Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, do you want to remove economic uncertainty? How to protect your money in these uncertain times? And I want to get right to it, folks. If you're a boomer retiree, the question I want you to ask yourself is the planner you've been working with and the plan that you've been using to get to retirement going to be the best plan and the best planner to use to get through retirement? And here's why I say this. I'm going to teach you quickly how to save what we're typically saving boomers, an average of $18,000 of taxes. Now, these are things that you can do in these very uncertain economic times. But the thing I'm going to be teaching you, which I've taught about in my books before, is the acronym TIME. And this is why we've got the economy at its most pessimistic outlook in the CNBC survey. The CNBC All-American Economic Survey shows that Americans are more pessimistic about the economy than ever before. Now, here's why. The survey indicates that 69% of the public hold negative views about the economy. 75% of self-described working class Americans say they are cutting back on entertainment expenses and even eating out. Now, understand that's also in that poll, 54% of wealthy Americans are also cutting back. Now, with this in mind, it's easy to say that, unfortunately, we need to take matters into our own hands. And many of you have reached out saying, Chuck, what do I do? What's possible? Well, folks, here's the reality of what's happening to us. Time. The acronym TIME, folks, it's time to take matters into our own hands. Taxes are heading higher. We know the Tax Cut and Jobs Act is going to sunset. It's going to sunset here in about 2.5 years. The time to take advantage of that is now. In fact, I talk about this on my Hidden Wealth radio program, and I'll talk about more of it, obviously, going forward, because these are real solutions with a track record of measurable results. The I in time is inflation will continue to increase. You know, we had the consumer price index numbers and the producer price index numbers, which is the wholesale level of inflation measurement, both decrease from year to year, but both went up from last month to this month. And of course, the Fed and the media are trying to camouflage as if things aren't really that bad. Well, many experts are saying that we're going to see 2008 all over again. And here's the concern, right? It's time to start building up our nest eggs and finding the right strategies, which I'll teach you this Tuesday at retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com on what you can do to remove yourself from this economic uncertainty. T, taxes are heading higher. I, inflation is increasing. M, the markets will continue to be more and more volatile. And E, the economy will only become more and more uncertain, especially under this administration. So here's what I want to teach you of things that you can do, right? Or these are the things that you can actually avoid. Do and avoid. First, let's talk about do. Let me teach you how to have, on average, one strategy I'll teach this Tuesday that enables somebody that by moving money out of IRA to Roth IRA in a 24% tax bracket, using as little as $100,000, saves them $18,000 of projected taxes. Of course, we're not giving tax advice. It's for those that qualify, and obviously very particular to that particular client's tax situation. But in general, that's what we're seeing as an average. On top of that, what we're finding is clients think this is just for a tax deduction. Folks, this did over 15% return in 2022 when corporate bonds lost 18%, bonds in general lost 13%, the NASDAQ lost 33%, the S&P 500 lost 19%, and the list goes on and on. So up year, right, with taking not direct stock market correlated risk, with getting over an 80% tax deduction that saved clients on average, moving IRA to Roth IRA, over $18,000, meaning $18,000 you'd have to pay out of your pocket to get your money untaxed and remove yourself from the tax system, your income and your assets. On top of the T of taxes heading higher, the I of inflation increasing, M, markets being more volatile, you can remove the volatility, I'll teach this Tuesday, by using institutional money management with ETF indexing, one of my favorite strategies that gives unlimited upside with no downside. And here's the things that now you can avoid. Market volatility that's keeping people up at night, losing large amounts of income to taxes, laying awake at night for some of you, losing sleep on how to make sure you're not going to run out of money or have to lower your lifestyle, and no longer having to pinch pennies, right, to enjoy the freedom and the flexibility, as I like to say, of thriving in retirement, not just surviving in retirement, to try to figure out how to hold on, right, and let life pass you by, because waiting until 2/3 of our life is passed us by to really go out and live is not a way to retire, folks. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com, and let me teach you why now is the time to protect yourself from recessions, from stock market crashes of 2008, and give yourself the ability to have stability in retirement and take advantage of this economic uncertainty. Don't let the economic uncertainty take advantage of you. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.